team like Kyrie and KD, or the Lake Show with King James and AD. Wish I could match him up with the bad boys from the 80s, but no black and white, I need that in HD. HenDawgz.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy HenDawgz, and we back to it. You know how we do it. I had to keep on my Bird Gang hat, man. I just reacted to a Larry Bird video, but I'm gonna keep it on because my hair look crazy. But part two of the NBA Dream Team 1992 full documentary. We're gonna get straight into it because I know y'all watching this. Y'all watched the first part, and now y'all ready for the second part. So we're gonna get straight to it. So NBA Dream Team 1992 full documentary part 2. Let's get it.
So when Daly was named the Dream Team coach, many wondered how he'd handle working with the Bulls' biggest star.
I was being asked to wrestle with some demons and some issues.
But the coach was well acquainted with the task of managing personalities.
He coached the bad boys. And if you can coach those, you can coach anybody.
One player Daly wouldn't be coaching in the Olympics, however.
Let's get into it.
Star in Detroit, point guard Isiah Thomas, who controversially had been left off the team's roster.
No matter how much people try to say now, it was no big a deal. It was a big deal.
I talked to Isiah at the beginning of the year about the aspect he wasn't on the team, and he was not comfortable with it. I'm sure he is very hurt. He's a very deserving player, but he was not selected.
Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. Because, I'm almost positive that Isiah Thomas is a top 5 point guard of all time. Right, Joe? That's a side note. But write in the comments who your top 5 guards is of all time. I feel like Isiah should be in mostly everybody's top 5. But why was he not on this team? Was it a thing that they made with Jordan? Because I'm pretty sure him and Jordan wasn't cool. So was it a thing where it's like, Michael Jordan, we really want you, and if you come, we won't get Isiah. Like, that was kind of like the way of them making sure that Michael Jordan would come, or why else would they not get Isiah though? Like, I feel like he was way too good to not be a part of this team, but they obviously didn't need him. But write in the comments why y'all think is the real reason why Isiah was not on that team.
Thomas was well on his way to a Hall of Fame career, but was also seen by many as the biggest cultivator of the bad boys image in Detroit.
I get all that.
The general. He was the guy that would yap at his teammates and say, knock them on the ass, do whatever you got to do.
Beautiful backdoor pass from Pippen, and he is blocked.
Like, I get all that. He was a guy that was very, disruptive, but wasn't Charles Barkley? Wasn't he the same way? Like, so why were they picking sides? Did he just pick with Jordan too much? Like, let me know, man.
He knew he was going to get hit.
I despised the way that he played the game.
Did you want him on the Dream Team?
No, I did not want him on the team.
Did Michael? Did you want him on the team?
Well, I can't speak for Michael, but I don't think he wanted him on the team.
Now,
I think that was the reason.
That your icy relationship with Isiah Thomas is the reason that he was not selected. Well, what is your reaction to that?
That was one of the stipulations put to me prior to me even committing.
What?
That Isiah wasn't a part of the team. I was getting strong innuendos that it wasn't just, it was coming from higher places that didn't want Isiah Thomas on the team.
So it wasn't just
things
short.
are being pointed at me because of our relationship and of course about the way that the end of the game between Detroit and Chicago ended.
We were picking the group just after the Pistons had been eliminated by the Bulls, and it was very bad timing for Isiah. Everybody had fresh in their mind the picture of Isiah walking off the court.
Still wasting no time in getting out of here. They left the bench almost 7 and 9, 10 seconds remaining. The Pistons just left.
When the Pistons walked off the court before the final bell, I think it left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths.
All right, no Isiah Thomas stuff.
Thomas question.
Cool.
Jordan and the team were done answering questions about Isiah. But with training camp...
Bird Gang, y'all see it. But before we start talking about, or if they is gonna talk about Larry Bird, I don't know. It just, for me, it seemed like Isiah is the coolest dude. I don't know if he kind of changed the way he act now than he did back then, but I mean, he seems like a super cool dude. Like, I actually had the honor to play against him in college. You know, he was the coach for Florida International, and we flew down to Miami, played against him. I mean, we actually chopped it up with him. He actually talked to our team. Like, he seemed like a super, super cool dude. But I'm sure, you know, once you get older, you know, you're not in the heat of the battles that he was going through with Jordan and stuff. Like, I'm sure he's a lot cooler now than he used to be. But yeah, like I said, like the impression I got on Isiah is a super cool dude. But hey, I could be wrong.
Camp approaching, a bigger question would need to be answered.
Hello, how you doing?
How would the 12 stars that were selected play together?
Welcome.
Training camp began on June 22nd, 1992 in La Jolla, California. And when the gym doors opened, no one was quite sure what to expect, especially the players themselves.
That would be so fire to be
a
at.
lot of egos in one gym and on one team. Everybody wanted their form to shine and showcase why they were a part of this team.
With all these stars on the team, if it comes down to the last shot, who's going to take the shot?
Me. Everybody in the world has an ego. The only difference between us, we have a reason to have an ego.
Every one of us felt like we was a...
I like that. I rock with Barkley, man. He said everybody in the world has an ego. He said the difference is we some of the people that have a reason to have an ego. Like, there's a lot of people out here with egos that shouldn't even have an ego. But he like, I mean, these 12 players right here, we actually got a reason. That's funny to me.
Everybody.
And when practice started that first day, every player seemed to be trying to prove just how great they were.
It was a very competitive practice. And I'm thinking, aren't we all on the same team?
And this practice y'all now.
Patrick, well, I don't want to play with Dave. I want to play against him. Then you hear Michael say, I don't want to be on Magic's team. I want to play against him.
Every evaluation of Michael Jordan at that time was, he's good, but he's never Magic Johnson.
Oh.
Nature. I want to use every little bit that I could gather so that I can gain an advantage.
Karl Malone.
That's super dope that they're talking about this, because it's like, yeah, this is the USA team. This is a team that they're putting together to win this championship, but it's a lot of stuff that's going on in between those lines that we don't even hear about, that people had no idea of. And it's like Jordan back his head like, okay, yeah, I know we're competing for this gold, but people always saying that Magic is better than me. People was always saying Larry is better than me. So like, within these lines, within these practices, I'm gonna show them who really the best. That's super dope, man. That's super dope.
He's the only guy I would even compare to myself at the power forward position. So I want to prove that I was the best power forward in the world.
Charles. Yeah, he's a great.
It's just gonna make the team better.
Better than me? Hell no. So let's do this. By the time this over with, you're gonna be thinking I'm damn good too.
Yeah, like that just was gonna make the team so much better. Within all of that, the team is only gonna get better. You pushing each other, iron sharpens iron. That's what I always say. Like, that made the team even better. Because of that is why they was beating teams by 45, 50 points. Like, they made each other better.
First practice, Barkley drives baseline and Karl Malone jumps up like this. Barkley just dunked on him so hard. It was just an unbelievable play. I felt like, man, I cannot believe that I'm part of this practice.
They had the receipts of that too.
A few days later, the team had a chance to acclimate themselves to playing on the same side. Chuck Elliott scheduled a scrimmage against a select group of college players, a group thrilled to be facing off against their idols.
I found out today I might be picking up Magic a little bit full court.
Wow, really?
Things are just happening for me to really...
I always got to give y'all my little insight so y'all can know that I'm just not any, YouTuber that's reacting to this stuff. Bobby Hurley was the head coach for Buffalo when I was at Bowling Green. Played against him. I'm not going to say I played against him, but I played against his team for 4 years. And Buffalo was a great team. Bobby Hurley's a great coach, but we got him a couple times too, though. But shout out to Coach Hurley, man. He's a great coach. I was honored to, play against him.
It really makes me happy.
my whole thought process was don't embarrass yourself.
My God.
And that was like the theme for me, like just hang in there.
A lot of those people that I've looked up to, Barkley, Malone, a lot of those people talk confidence, and I think it's going to be a good matchup. There's no advantage on either side.
He
For the
started
college
smiling.
players, it was a chance to see how they'd match up against the world's best. For Coach Daly,
Hold on.
it was a chance to...
That's a good team right there. Is that Jamal Mashburn? I don't know who number 10 is. Who is number 10, y'all? Chris Webber, Penny Hardaway, Bobby Hurley, Allen Houston, Grant Hill, and is that Antoine Jameson? I don't know who that is. I don't know who number 11 is and number 10. And I think number 12 is Jamal Mashburn. But that's a good group of guys right there.
to see how they'd match up against the world's best. For Coach Daly, it was an opportunity to get his stars to grow into a single unit.
I think we're somewhere between the mentality of an all-star game and trying to come together as a team. So we've got to continually work on this.
Daly had been hired for his ability to manage personalities and egos. And when the scrimmage began, it became apparent that his players had left one of their biggest weapons, those egos, somewhere else.
The non-fan would think,
hey,
well, they're going to go in there and they're each going to want their own ball, and Jordan's going to be hogging the ball, and Magic's going to be dribbling all over the place. Point of fact, it was the exact opposite. They overpassed.
It was like, I don't want to start it off. You do it. And before you realize it, the select team was beating us by 10.
We didn't know how to play with each other. We didn't.
That kind of makes sense though, because it's like when you're playing with a bunch of good players, and it's like they said, it's in between like that all-star game field, because you don't want to be that player out there that's like, you want to take advantage of all this talent you got, but you also you don't want to be out there passing too much. So you got to kind of find that balance. And I can see that being tough because there's just so much talent out there, and you don't want to be that guy that's not fully utilizing all this talent you got. But I feel like if everybody is a little selfish in a way, that would make the team a lot better. But that's something that you got to learn. Something you got to you'll figure out over time. I'm sure obviously they did.
Everybody's toes or hurting the egos. So these young kids, they were killing us.
They just playing. The young kids just playing.
Into it, and we paid for it.
Chris Webber was a man. I thought, boy, that's the guys come this league, I could get out of here.
Bobby Hurley was dominant.
He was dominant?
I did have some success penetrating and collapsing the defense, and our energy, our excitement to play, all those things played in our favor.
Bobby Hurley didn't play 2 seasons in the NBA. Nevertheless, it did expose the one weakness they could have had, which is defending against quick guards.
They were playing great.
Magic can't guard nobody?
Then I noticed that Michael Jordan's not playing.
I'm saying something to Chuck. Then he said, we're all right. We're all right.
Daly watched as his players failed to make up the deficit. And in their first taste of outside competition, the Dream Team lost.
They lost?
A story their coach didn't want the press to get their hands on.
Oh, wow.
I remember Chuck saying, as soon as the game ended and we were getting ready to let media in, it was erase the scoreboard.
Erase the scoreboard. So the Dream Team lost. So, it obviously didn't count. It was just a scrimmage against, some younger guys. But they lost. They lost to, Chris Webber, Bobby Hurley, Allen Houston, Grant Hill, and these guys. But they said they wasn't going to delete the score. And I kind of get that, because they really wasn't. The score, I feel like, didn't matter. It was just all about getting better. And all that would kind of be is just negative press towards the team. When it was a game that all it was just help them get better and build chemistry and this stuff. So it's like, if you win, it was kind of a lose-lose, because if you win, it was like, duh, y'all supposed to win, like duh. And if you lose, like, oh my God, they lost. So it was like they shouldn't even keep a score from the jump. You should have just been playing, but they deleted that score. That's funny.
Media comes in, scores, if not hundreds. They can sense something. You can feel it.
They can feel it.
Tension, or you feel something in the air.
Wow.
Some of these college players we just got through playing against probably should be on this team, but they'll get their chance.
The teams posed for a picture together.
Probably didn't want to take a picture with him.
Both not sure what to make of what had just happened. But the man in charge may have had the answer.
He threw the game. You know, Chuck threw the game.
What you mean through the game?
If you look how much Jordan played and how he subbed guys in, not picking up, not making any adjustments, he knew what he was doing.
All right, we're gonna end it at that, because I kind of want to talk about this. I want to give y'all time to write something in the comments. Are y'all believing what Coach K is saying right there? Did he blow the game on purpose, or is that kind of the excuse that they kind of making to make it look like, you know, it was a reason why the USA team lost? Because I don't believe the coach can throw the game. The players was out there pissed. As you can see, Charles Barkley was pissed. Larry Bird looked pissed. I mean, maybe so. Michael Jordan could have played more. You know, he probably could have. But I don't think, from looking at that, I don't think they threw the game. I don't know. But write what y'all think in the comments. Was that kind of a cover up, or did you really believe that they threw the game for I don't know what reason? They're gonna probably explain it, but we're gonna see that in part 3 because I'm done with this video. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if y'all want to see the next videos. Make sure y'all like this video if y'all like this video, and write something in the comments, man. We out.